Namaha. Our next program of the evening function is a grand finale thematic concert, Lambodaraya Namaste, by our beloved gurus, Vidwan Shri Jeyaraaj Krishnan and Vidushi Smt. Jaysri Jeyaraaj Krishnan. This is the 11th in the thematic concert series presented by them so far. The previous themes were Panchabhutam, Kumara Swaminam, Lalita Sahasranamam, Krishna Leela, Ramayanam, a sojourn in Kashi, Shanmatam, Shivakshetra Mahima, Vagdevi Vaibhavam, and Lalitopakhyanam. Today, they are accompanied by Vidwan Shri Thanjavur R. Kumar on the Mridangam and narration support by Smt.Rajani Arjun Shankar. A few words about the Vidwan Shri Thanjavur R. Kumar. Shri Thanjavur Kumar is one of the senior most artists in the Carnatic field. His father, Shri Rama Iyer, prevails from Umayalpuram Swaminatha Iyer School of Music. Shri Thanjavur Kumar, for his liking in Tirpugal, has done research in Chandathalam. He has learnt vocal music from his father and later switched on to Mridangam under Thanjavur Shri Upendran under Gurukula Vasam. He joined an AAR in 1990, wherein he has played various programs with an experience of 4 decades. He has accompanied many stalwarts like Vidushi Srimati Suguna Purushottaman, Srimati Kalpagam Swaminathan, and many others. He is the Asthana Vidwan of Kanchi Kamakoti Mutt and recipient of many awards. A few words about Smt.Rajani Arjun Shankar. Smt.Rajani learned the basics of Vyakarana and Kavyas from Sri Varuttur Rajagopala Sharma and later completed her masters in Sanskrit literature. She has been a teacher in the school KFI for some years, teaching various subjects. Apart from Sanskrit and Tamil literature, she is deeply interested in Carnatic music. She has been associated with VEENAVAADHINI from the beginning and has been providing narrative support for VEENAVAADHINI's thematic concerts since 2010. She has translated all the kritis of MUTHUDWAMY DIKSHITAR and those of Sadashiva Brahmendra and the Melaraga Malika of Mahavaidyanatha Shivan, and these are put up in separate blogs on the net. I now request the artists to begin the concert.
Namaskarams. We welcome you to the thematic concert of VEENAVAADHINI of 2022, Lambodaraya Namaste, in which we shall be looking at the Leelas or sports of our beloved God Ganesha through the kritis of NADAJYOTI Shri Muthuswamy Dikshitar. Ganesha is the god of knowledge, wisdom, wealth, and success. He's remembered at the start of every event, every activity, whether it is big or small, because he's the remover of obstacles in the path to success, the destroyer of evils which may cloud our progress. Even in various countries, Ganesha is worshipped, and by followers of various religions too. Devotees of even gods like Shiva, Vishnu, Shakti or Subramanya have a special place for Ganesha in their hearts, because even to worship other gods, you need Ganesha's blessings to be able to complete that worship without any hurdle. Several things about Ganesha are very unique. His form, a face of an elephant, an elongated belly, etc. His nature, playful and mischievous, which will come out in many stories today. The unique ways in which we worship him, like the kut, the clout on our forehead, the topukarnam, holding our ears with our hands and sitting down and standing up repeatedly, and the sidarikai, where we break coconuts in his presence, shatter them on the ground. His love for eating, all these are unique aspects about Ganesha. The Vedas praise Ganesha as Kavim Kavinam, the wisest of the wise. The Puranas tell us many stories about his playful activities and teach us how and when to propitiate him. There are many stotras in his praise, works in his praise, like the Vinayaka Ragaval, Ganesha Pancharatnam, Ganesha Bhujangam. The list is long. And similarly, there are a very large number of songs in his praise, which composers in every language have composed. Ganesha, Ganapati, Vinayaka, Gajanana. There are so many names by which we address him. The Amarakosham lists 8 important names. Vinayako, Vignaraja, Dvaimatura, Ganadhipaha, Api Ekadanta, Heramba, Lambodara, Gajananaha. The list of 16 names which we usually chant at the beginning of our pujas, Sumukhascha, Ekadantascha, is also very popular. It is very interesting to see that Muthuswami Dikshitar has incorporated almost all these names from these lists in his various kritis, nearly 30 kritis in the praise of Ganesha. Today we have chosen kritis which will bring out his different leelas, starting from his avatara, birth. So we will be beginning with a kriti, Shri Ganeshat Param, in Ardhra Deshi Ragam. Here, Dikshitar says that Ganesha is the embodiment of all the tattvas. Tattvas here refer to all the entities which make up this creation. These are listed by various schools of philosophy. They start with usually the 5 elements. So he is described as Shivadi Shatrimshat Tattva Swarupi. He is the embodiment of the 36 tattvas beginning with Shiva. For the same reason, he is also Svetara Vivarjita, Swa Itara Vivarjita. He has nothing apart from him. Everything we see is his manifestation. He wears a pitambara, yellow silk. He wears the Shvetarka, the white Vellerikku flower, the white arka flower. A beautiful phrase in this kriti is Uma Rudra Darshita, describing Ganesha. Very nice way of saying, talking about his avatara. It means the one who is shown or manifested by Uma and Rudra. So in one of the stories of his avataras, in the Lalitopakhyanam, we find that Uma, goddess Lalitambika, exchanged smiling glances with Rudra, who is known as Kameshwara there, and Ganesha was born from this meeting of eyes. And as soon as he was born, he destroyed the Vigna Yantra, which was placed on her army by Lalitambika's opponent, Bhandasura, and she was able to continue with her victory. So these two are described in the Lalita Sahasranama as Kameshwara Mukhaloka Kalpita Shri Ganeshwara and Maha Ganesha Nirbhinna Vigna Yantra Praharshita. So now we'll look at Shri Ganeshatparam. We listen to Shri Ganeshatparam in Ardhra Deshi Ragam, Kandachapu Talam. This phrase Uma Rudra Darshita also contains a hint to the name of the Ragam, Ardhra Deshi. The next kriti is Shri Gananatham in Isha Manohari Ragam. It's a small kriti, but it contains very important epithets which bring out the tattva, or the real nature of Ganesha. He is described by Dikshitar as Parashakti Uta, the one who is with the great goddess. Parashakti here referring to Vallabha Devi, Ganesha's consort. Adi Shankaracharya has codified the worship of 6 major gods as the Smt. And these are the gods exalted in the Vedas and are the manifestations of the formless, supreme God Parabrahman. Ganapatyam, or the worship of Ganapati, is one of these Shanmatams. And as an Advaitin, Dikshitar considers Ganesha as the Parabrahman itself. And therefore, he is responsible for the creation, sustenance, and destruction of this world. And therefore, his Devi, Vallabha, is the embodiment of all his great powers, his Shakti. He is also described as Agamadi Sannuta, worshipped by all the Vedas, and Akhila Deva Pujita, worshipped by all the Devas. Another epithet we find here is Naga Yajna Sutradhara. He wears a snake as his sacred thread. In many depictions of Ganesha, we see that he wears a snake either as a sacred thread or sometimes as a waist belt. The snake is the symbol of the hidden spiritual energy in every one of us, the Kundalini Shakti, and that resides in the Mooladhara Chakram of in everybody. And Ganesha is the Adhidevata, or the overlord of the Mooladhara Chakra. And therefore, he is further described in this kriti as Chinmoola Kamala Sthita, the one who resides in the lotus, which is the Mooladharam, and which is Chinmoolam, the source of the energy of consciousness. The various chakras in our body have corresponding representative Shiva Kshetras, and the Kshetra corresponding to the Mooladhara Chakram is Trivarur. Because it's the Mooladhara Kshetram, all the Ganesha shrines there have very special significance. And there is one shrine of Ganesha there called the Mooladhara Chakra Vinayaka, where he is Ananda Nartana Ganapati. He is dancing joyously on a coiled snake, and that snake is inside a 4-petaled lotus. So, exact representation of the Kundalini Shakti and the Mooladhara Chakram itself. In fact, Dikshitar has composed a kriti on that particular shrine of Tiruvarur, Shri Mooladhara Chakra Vinayaka. Being the Lord of the Mooladhara Chakra, he helps us to start off on the spiritual journey of bringing the Kundalini Shakti and enabling it to reach to higher levels. Therefore, he is worshipped by yogis, and that is found in this kriti as Yoga Shali Bhavita. He is meditated upon by yogis. The same thing which is found in Ganesha Pancharatnam also. Hridantare Nirantaram Vasantameva Yoginam. That is the greatness of Ganesha. And finally, he is known only to those people whose hearts are very beautiful. Beautiful because they are pure, devoid of raga dvesha. Hatred, passion and hatred. Raga dveshadi rahita ramaniya hridaya vidita. Ganesha is. So, Shri Gananatham in Isha Manohari Ragam Rupakatalam.
நான் பாடுறது கேட்குறதா? கேட்கலையா?
அங்க கேட்கலங்கறா, முன்னாடி கேட்கலங்கறா. வாய்ஸ் ஜாஸ்தி வருமா?
ஹலோ.
Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Is this better? This better.
இல்ல ரொம்ப கிட்டக்க வச்சுக்க முடியல.
இல்ல இது யூஸ் பண்ணி இது யூஸ்.
ஓகே.
ஆமா.
ஹலோ. ரொம்ப கிட்டக்க வச்சுல வாசிக்க முடியல. ஹலோ.
We'll now listen to Gananayakam in Rudrapriya Ragam, where Dikshitar says, I worship Ganesha, Gananayaka, who is Sumukha, and who is always with a happy, pleasant, cheerful face, which is why we also call him Prasanna Vadanam Dhyayet in the famous shloka. He is the giver of the 8 siddhis, Animadi Siddhi Dayaka. These 8 siddhis are yogic attainments connected to what we saw earlier, since he helps people in the yoga margam. These 8 siddhis are Anima and Mahima, which are abilities to become very small or very large in size. Laghima and Garima, which is ability to become very light and very heavy. Prapti and Prakamyam, the ability to be anywhere and to obtain anything desired. And finally, Ishitvam and Vashitvam, lordship and influence over all creation. So these are the benefits he can confer to his devotees. He is Vani Ramanananda, giving joy to Brahma, and he is Kamalesha Nuta. He is worshipped by Vishnu, who is the lord of Kamala, Mahalakshmi. Now there's an interesting story of how Vishnu worshipped his own nephew. It is said that when Vishnu once went to Kailasam to visit Shiva and Parvati, his nephew Ganesha playfully seized his Sudarshana Chakram and put it in his mouth. Now to get it back from him, Vishnu performed a very comical act of holding his hands with his ears and sitting down and standing up repeatedly. This induced laughter in Ganesha, and when he laughed, the chakra fell out of his mouth and Vishnu could take it back. So this is the origin of the Topakaranam, which we use to please Ganesha now. And Kanchi Mahaswami has explained that the word Topakaranam actually comes from Dorbhihi Karnam, which is holding one's ears with the hands. And he says that the word itself indicates that the action started with Vishnu, because Dorbhihi is in plural, Bahuvachanam, which means it is somebody who has more than 2 hands. And this is the origin of the story. And there is a shrine in Kanchipuram where Ganesha is called Vikata Chakra Vinayaka because of this story. So Gananayakam in Rudrapriya Ragam and Adi Talam now. Dikshidhar has composed many kritis on the specific shrines of Ganesha in Thiruvarur, like Vatapi Ganapati, Maturaita Vinayakar, Aingalakasu Vinayakar. The kriti is Panchamatanga Mukha, Siddhi Vinayaka, etc. We already saw about Mooladhara Chakra Vinayaka. In many of these, he has incorporated the special iconographical details of that particular Ganesha, or the story is connected to him. For example, in Shri Mahaganapati Ravatumam, which is on Maturaita Vinayakar, he refers to Ganesha testing the purity of gold on a touchstone, which is the incident we find in the life of Sundaramurthy Nayanar. And this is what gives rise to the Tamil name Matru Uraitha Vinayakar, the Vinayaka who tested the purity of gold. Another such kriti on a shrine of Thiruvarur is that on Uchishta Ganapati, a shrine we find in the entrance of Kamalambika temple. The great scholar Bhaskara Raya, who wrote the commentaries for Lalita Sahasranama as well as Ganesha Sahasranama, has said that the word Uchishta has to be interpreted as Utkrishta, the best, the highest. So this is a very special form of Ganapati whose worship is tantric in nature and therefore has very strict and difficult rules to be followed. And the rewards of his worship are correspondingly very lofty, which is why Dikshitar starts the kriti by saying, Uchishta Ganapatau Bhaktim Kritva Unnata Padavim Vrajarere. If you practice devotion to Uchishta Ganapati and attain exalted position, he tells his own heart. The Anupalavi is extremely Advaitic in nature. He says that Ganesha is the truth and the Vedas, Sat Shabda Vacha Swarupi. He is the Brahman which has diffused into many forms. Shabalikrita Brahmaswarupi. He is the vibration of consciousness. Chitshakti Spurti Swarupi. And he is the bliss of awareness, consciousness. Chidananda Natha Swarupi. All these words we would hear in the kriti as Rupini, because the whole kriti is in Saptami Vibhakti. So the case ending for Rupi is Rupini in Saptami. Then the Uchishta Ganapati is depicted as holding a veena. Therefore, Dikshita describes him as the one who plays the drum, veena and the flute. Bheri, veena, venu, vadana. He is the remover of ignorance, which is like darkness. Bheda, ajnana, dhvanta, sudana he is. He resides in Thiruvarur, which is filled with wise people. Suri, Janayutat, Shripura Sadana. And he removes the suffering which comes to people because of very great sins. Duri Krita Maha Durita Kadana he is. So all these words like Madane, Kadane, Sadane, they form very beautiful prasam in this kriti. So Uchishta Ganapatau in Kashi Ramakriya Ragam Aditalam. Vallabha Nayakasya is a kriti on Vallabha Ganapati of Tiruvarur. Here Dikshitar says, I am a devotee of Vallabha Ganapati. He is the giver of all desired ends. Vanchitartha Dayaka. His feet are as soft as tender leaves. Pallava Pada Mridutara. He holds the Pashankusha. He wears garlands of jasmine, champaka, and also gem necklaces. Mallika Jati Champaka Harasya Manimalasya. All gods seek the help of Ganesha in their times of need. We already saw how his mother was helped by him in her fight with Bhandasura. In many kritis, Dikshitar has mentioned how Krishna has worshipped Vinayaka. Even in the earlier kriti Uchishta Ganapado, there is a line Shauri Nuta. He is worshipped by Krishna. And this reference is found in Siddhi Vinayakam and other kritis too. When Krishna acquired disrepute due to the Samantaka Mani episode, Narada Maharishi advised him that this was because he had seen the Chaturthi moon, the moon on Vinayaka Chaturthi, and that's why he had acquired this bad reputation, and he should get rid of it by offering pujas to Siddhi Vinayaka, which Krishna did. And so similarly we'll find stories about Shiva, other gods also seeking Ganesha's help. In this kriti we hear about how he helped his brother Subramanya. Subramanya, who was seeking the hand of goddess Valli, went to her in many disguises but could not win her heart. Finally, when he sought his brother's help, Vinayaka came as a wild elephant, and Valli, who was afraid, sought the help of Subramanya, and finally he received her love and married her. So in this kriti, Dikshitar describes Ganapati as Valli Vivaha Karana, one who was the cause of Valli's marriage to Subramanya. We find this description of the role of Ganesha in a famous Tirupugar also. Appunam Adanidai Ibhamagi Akkura Mahaludan Achiru Muruganai Akkanam Manamarul Perumale is how Ganesha is described in that. Because of this, he is also Guru Guha Pujita. He is worshipped by Subramanya in this kriti. So, Vallabha Nayakasya in Begada Ragam, Rupakatala.
So we'll play the main kriti but with a small short ragam, that's all.
now be listening to Lambodaraya Namaste in Varali Ragam. Lambodara or Lamba Udara refers to one who has a protuberant or elongated belly, indicating that all the worlds are concealed inside him. In this Kriti, Dikshitar describes him as Samba Shivatmaja. He is the son of Shiva with Amba, which is why we have an endearing name for him in Tamil, which is Pillayar. He is the first child of the parents of the universe. He is also described as Jambu Kadali Phalasara Bhakshita in this Kriti. It reminds us of the line Kapitha Jambu Phalasara Bhakshitam, which we would have learnt in that shlokams, which starts with Gajananam Bhutaganadi Sevitam. In this Kriti, Dikshitar describes Ganesha as Kumbhaja Pujita, the one who is worshipped by Agastya. There are two instances, occasions at least, where sage Agastya has offered prayers to Ganesha. The first is when, after eliminating the two asuras, Vatapi and Ilvala, Agastya offered prayers to Ganesha to thank him for helping him succeed. This form of Ganapati is called Vatapi Ganapati, and he has been installed in Thiruvarur by Agastya himself. This is why even in the other Kriti, Vatapi Ganapatim, Dikshitar says, Pura Kumbha Sambhava Munivara Prapujitam. He was first worshipped by Agastya in that form. The other instance is when the country was suffering from a drought. Ganesha took the form of a crow and toppled the Kamandalu or the water jar of Agastya, and thus he caused the creation of the river Kaveri. Kaveri, as we know, is the lifeline of South India, and she's been the cause for so much material, cultural and spiritual wealth that we all owe a great debt of gratitude to Ganesha for giving Kaveri to us. So Lambodaraya in Varali Ragam Khanda Chaputal. In the next Kriti, Gajananayutam Ganeshwaram in Vegavahini Raham, Dikshitar says Ganesha is Sureshwara, the master of all the Devas, and Ganadi Sannuta, sung by all the Shiva Ganas. He is also described as Pranavakara in this Kriti, the one who is the personification of the Omkara. Ganesha's face with the dangling trunk curved towards the right gives the appearance of the Omkaram. In this form, he is called the Valanchuri Vinayakar or Dakshinavartaka Ganapati. This connection, Dikshitar has again clarified in Vatapi Ganapati. More specifically, we are going back to that Kriti many times. Pranavaswarupa Vakratundam. It is the Vakratundam, the curved trunk, which actually completes the Pranavaswarupa or causes the Pranavaswarupa. This Kriti also has a reference to Ganesha killing Gajamukhasura. Kunjara Bhanjana Chatura Tarakaram. He was the skillful one who destroyed the elephant Asura. Gajamukhasura was an Asura who had an elephant face, and he had acquired boons that only someone with a form similar to his could kill him, and no conventional weapon could harm him. So because of this, he was causing a lot of havoc in the world. And Ganesha, who acquired an elephant face, killed him with his tusk. So, Gajanana Yutam Ganeshwaram in Vegavahini Raham Chatushrayakatalam. Mahaganapatim Vande, a grand kriti in the Todi Ragam, where Ganesha is described as Ahantadi Rahita, he is devoid of ego. He is Upanishad Pratipadita, the one who is explained by Vedanta, by the Upanishads. He is also worshipped by rishis like Kapila and Vasishtha. There is an interesting line, Ananda Dantam Ekadantam, where we hear the word Dantam twice, but it has to be interpreted as Ananda Dam Tam Ekadantam. Some word play there, which means he is one who is the giver of happiness and he is one who has a single tusk. We find a similar wordplay in the famous shloka Agajanana Padmarkam also. The second line has Anekadantam Bhaktanam Ekadantam Upasmahe. Anekadantam sounds like the opposite of Ekadantam, but actually it has to be split as Anekadam Tam Bhaktanam, the one who gives many things to his devotees. One of the most important heroic deeds of Shiva is the Tripura Samharam. The 3 cities which roamed the sky, causing a lot of destruction. So to fight with them, a very grand ensemble was put together. The earth became his chariot, the sun and moon were the wheels, Brahma became the charioteer, the Vedas were the horses, and the golden mountain Meru became his bow, and Vishnu himself was the arrow. So with all this preparation, when Shiva set out, the axle of the chariot broke. And Shiva realized that it was because he had started on this without praying to Ganesha. And then he offered prayers to his own son, and then the mission was completed successfully. This is also mentioned in the Tirupugar as Muppuram Eri Seida At Shivan Urai Radam Achadu Podi Seida Atidhira. So here Dikshitar has referred to this incident in this kriti, Tripura Vadhartham Shivena Triambakena Architam. He is worshipped by the three-eyed Shiva for the sake of destroying the Tripuras. There's another phrase in this kriti which is Kapitha Amra Panasa Jambu Kadali Phala Bhakshita. He loves eating jamun and kapitha, wood apple, and the 3 fruits which we collectively call mukkani in Tamil, mango, jackfruit and banana. Of these, the banana just has to be peeled, the mango has to be peeled and separated from the seed, and the jackfruit requires multiple levels of cleaning. So these are actually indicative of people in different levels of spiritual maturity. People who have 1 or 2 or 3 of the mummalams, or the impurities to be removed from the soul, and Ganesha accepts all of them. That is the meaning of this. So Mahaganapatim Vande in Todi Ragam and Rupakatalam.
No Veena concert is really complete without a little bit of Thanam. So a small Thanam. And other ragams will be playing. So we'll just talk about it once it comes. This ragam is called Heramba Priya. The next ragam that we are going to play is something that we were practicing. I just conceived it and naanga thedi paasam per onnu kadakala. So we named it as Ganesha Sri in homage to God Ganesha.
Ganesha Shri. மகாகணபதி வந்து கொஞ்சம் சவுக்க காலமான கொஞ்சம் ஒரு பெரிய பாட்டு. ஏதாவது கொஞ்சம் இன்னைக்கு லேட் ஆக்குறாரு. என்ன போன வருஷமே வந்திருக்கணும், நடத்த முடியல. ஸோ அதனால ஸோ கைண்ட்லி பேர் வித் அஸ். வில் ட்ரை டு ஃபினிஷ் த கான்சர்ட் as soon as possible. டைம் இருந்தால் சொரம் வச்சுக்கலாம்.
Of the 32 forms of Ganesha, or the 16 forms given in various texts, Mahaganapati is one of the most prominent ones. In this form, he is red in color. He has 10 hands and has goddess Vallabha seated on his lap. Dikshitar has composed many kritis on Mahaganapati in Gaulai, Natanarayani, Natai, and of course Todi. But only in the kriti Hasti Vadanaya in Navaroj Ragam, he has given an elaborate description of the form of Mahaganapati. There are two dhyana shlokas which are prominent for this form of Ganesha. One is in the Mudgala Puranam, the other one is part of the Sri Vidya Puja Tantra. Dikshitar has used ideas and phrases from both these shlokas in his kriti. The first shloka starts with Hastindrananam Indu Chudam, and we find that this kriti also starts with the same word, Hasti Vadanaya. The second shloka, part of the Sri Vidya Puja, describes him as Vishwotpatti Vipatti Samsthiti Karo. And we find an almost identical phrase in this kriti, Vishwotpatti Sthiti Vilayo. The 10 things that he holds are described in both these shlokas, and Dikshitar describes them in the kriti as Kamala Utpala Pasha Shankha Chakra Ikshukarmuka Vrihyagra Gada Nija Vishana Matulanga Ratna Kalasha. He holds a lotus, a blue lily, the Pasham, the noose, and Shankha Chakra, discus and conch, and the sugarcane bow, paddy stalks, and a mace, and his own broken tusk, Nija Vishada. and the pomegranate, Matulangam. The last one, Ratna Kalasham, is held in his trunk. The Nija Vishanam, or the broken tusk, reminds us of his writing the Mahabharata. When Vyasa Maharishi dictated it, it's an action. By his breaking his own tusk, he teaches us the importance of putting the cause of dharma above every other consideration. He describes Ganapati further as Maya Alingita Vigraha, the one who is embraced by goddess Vallabha, who is described here as the very personification of Maya. This equation has been done in the Natanarayani Kriti also, Maya Maya Vallabha Pate. And there is a phrase here which is Himadri Tanaya Anana Pankaja Hiranyagarbha. He is the son, Hiranyagarbha, to the Anana Pankajam, the face which is like the lotus of Himadri Tanaya, Parvati, his mother. This again is exactly the same thing which is found in the shloka Agajanana Padmarkam, where the first word itself means he is the Arka to the Anana Padmam of Agaja. Agaja is Parvati. So, in fact, this also reminds us of the incident where of the installation of Ganapati's shrine right opposite Devi's, Akhilandeshwari's in Thiruvaneka, so that her anger would be subdued. Was looking at his face, she would lose that ferocity and become Saumya Murti, which was why Adi Shankara did that. The last part of the Kriti, which has the Raga Mudra, many scholars have admired the very beautiful way in which he has incorporated the word Navaroj in a Kriti. Umaramana Kumara Guru Guha Samana Varojase. He has the same ojas or the radiance as Guru Guha, who is the child of Uma Ramana, Shiva. This could also be because in this form, Ganesha has the same brilliant red color, the color of a rising sun or the pomegranate flower, which Subramanya always has. Whereas Ganesha would have different colors in different forms. In some we call him Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam. In some he is blue in color, like Avvayar says, no? Nenjil Kudikonda Neela Meni. But here he is the same as Guru Guha in his color. So Hasti Vadanaya in Navaroj Ragam and Mishra Chaputa. The concert will conclude with a kriti in the auspicious ragam Saurashtram, a kriti on Gokarneshwara, the Lord Shiva of Dakshina Gokarnam, which is another name for Pulivalam near Thiruvarur. Here the Lord is described as being worshipped by Gotrabhid, which is Indra and other gods. He is the delight of goddess Nityanandavalli, and he is the giver of Dirgha Ayur Arogyam to Markandeya. The Uttara Gokarna Kshetram, after which this Dakshina Gokarnam is named, has Ganesha playing a key role in its existence. The Kshetra Purana says that Ravana, the king of Lanka, appeased Shiva with his music and penance and got the Atma Lingam from Shiva, and he was told specifically not to place it on the ground anywhere on his way. When he reached this beautiful place, it was time for his evening prayers, so he gave it to Ganesha, who appeared there as a brahmachari, told him not to place it down, and Ganesha agreed, saying if he found it heavy, he would call out 3 times and then place it on the ground. Ravana had to agree, but when he came back, he found that the lingam was well entrenched on the ground, and all his vigorous attempts, he could not remove it. That's why the Lord is called Mahabaleshwara there. So Kanchi Mahaswami has remarked that Ganesha is the customs officer who does not allow any precious material to leave the country. So he has done similar ploys with Ravana and later with Vibhishana, his brother, to safeguard Mahabaleshwara and Sri Ranganatha, to remain in this country. So we see this in many other Kshetra Puranas also, that Ganesha's activities, they actually look like practical jokes, but they are actually for Loka Kalyanam. They give a lot of benefit to the whole of mankind. So we will conclude with this song with the prayer that this playful Lord should give us all good fortune and bless us with Dirgha Ayur Arogya.
So good evening, everyone. A few lines before we close out this year's event. Firstly, at the residence of Jaysri and Jeyaraaj in their house, there are more than 1,000 images of Lord Ganesha. And I'm sure their favorite god was with them today. I was also thinking of my native village, a place called Armugamangalam in Thoothukudi district, where there is a special Vinayaka called Ayiratti En Vinayagar, 1008. That's the number of coconuts that you need to offer to get his blessings. I'm sure all of you have your own Ganesha stories, and in the last 2 hours, I'm sure the place for Ganesha in all your hearts would have been widened. This much beloved Lord Ganesha, praised by the genius of Muthuswamy DIKSHITAR, has really enthralled us with a lot of rare ragas, not the common ones. Even I was thinking that there'll be a lot of common ragas, but I didn't know that there were 30 different songs, and they picked quite a few rare ones today. Thanks to Srimati Jaysri, Sri Jeyaraaj, Vidwan Thanjavur Kumar, a round of applause for him. And to Rajani for this lovely 11th thematic concert. And this is the grand finale of the annual DIKSHITAR Jayanthi UTSAVAM, organized by VEENAVAADHINI SAMPRADAYA SANGIT Trust. Thanks to all of you who made it in person for the venue, and to the many others who are watching on YouTube and Facebook. Thanks also to Ashwath Narayan and party and Chitravina Ravikiran and party who performed for us yesterday. Jeyaraaj and Jaysri also nurture students in Veena and vocal music in many countries. Many like Kamakshi, Meenakshi and Veena Venkatramani here are performing artists today. And earlier today we had the opportunity to enjoy the performance of VEENAVAADHINI's Aishwarya Mahesh. We wish her and all the other students all the best for a bright future. I also want to mention that in the pandemic times, as part of their effort at preservation of the rich musical tradition, Jaysri and Jeyaraaj have recorded tanams in over 100 ragas and placed them on their Facebook page. You can see that on the VEENAVAADHINI Veena JJ Facebook page. Our thanks also to Mr. Arkay Ramakrishnan and his all-rounder Mr. Ravi for this lovely venue and for the live telecast. VEENAVAADHINI is very happy to keep coming back here. Thank you, sir, for also keeping fresh music flowing during the time of the pandemic. We're very happy to see the Hindus' recognition of your work also. Thanks to Sharon Exports and all the well-wishers and contributors for funding this event. And special thanks to the organizing team and volunteers of VEENAVAADHINI. I know you are all very happy to get back with each other in person. Thanks for all your efforts, both on stage and, off stage. As usual, a handout with salient details of the program today is available at the entrance. On your way out, you can pick it up. It has got a list of all the kritis which happened today, along with a short snippet of all the stories. And as someone said, it is memorable events like these that we savor in our quieter moments, like the lockdown and the solitude which seems to keep happening. Yesterday, one Neraval by Ashwath Narayan was on the line, Mangalakara Mandahasa Vadanam. And may that auspicious and smiling Lord be with us all. Thank you once again. Stay safe and good night.
Just one small point. I just want to request Sundareshan sir who has come here and Parthasarathy sir who have come here. So just say a few words for both of you, please. It will be our honor. Sir, one after another, rendu perum. There is no missing out.
எல்லாருக்கும் நமஸ்காரம். என்ன ஒரு வயலின் வித்வான் இங்கே ஒரு வீணை கச்சேரிக்கு வந்திருக்காருன்னு நீங்கள் நினச்சின்னு இருக்கலாம். எங்கள் பரம்பரை பரூர் சுந்தரமையர் வீணை பரம்பரை. வீண தனம்மாளுடைய ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் முசிறி சுப்பிரமணிய ஐயரும் எங்கள் தாத்தா பருவ சுந்தரம் ஐயரும். தாத்தா வீணை வாசிப்பா, அப்பா வீணை வாசிப்பா, சித்தப்பா வீணை வாசிப்பா. வீணை பொட்டி இப்போ அப்பர்சாமி கோயில் ஸ்ட்ரீட்டில் எங்கள் ஆட்டில் இருக்குது. நான் அவளுக்கு சொல்லியிருக்கேன், அதை தனம்மாள் கொடுத்த வீணை பொட்டி. அந்த வீணை எங்கே யாரா ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸுக்கு அப்பா கொடுத்துருக்கலாம், வாசிச்சுட்டு இருக்கணுங்கிறதுக்கோசரம். எங்கள் அப்பா உள் மீட்டு வெள்ளி மீட்டு ரெட்டை தந்தி அந்த சஹானா காந்தாரம் வீணைங்கிறது 22 ஸ்ருதி இருக்கிறதுனால ஒரு உதாரணத்துக்கு சொல்கிறேன். சின்ன காந்தாரம் பெரிய காந்தாரத்துக்கு நடுவில் 3வது காந்தாரம் ஒன்று உண்டு. அதை வயலினில் வாசி காமிப்பார் எங்கள் அப்பா. எப்படின்னு கேட்டேன். எனக்கு வீணை வாசிக்க தெரிஞ்சதுனால வாசி காமிச்சேன்னு சொன்னோம். அது எங்கேருந்து இருந்ததுன்னா வீணை தினமால்ட்டேருந்து வந்தது. இன்னொரு சமாச்சாரம் என்னென்னா, இவா பரம்பரையும் எங்கள் பரம்பரையும் ஒன்று. அம்பி தீட்சிதர் பரம்பரைன்னு சொல்லுவாள் எங்களை. தினமாளுக்கு முன்னாடி அம்பி தீட்சிதர்கிட்ட அவள் படிச்சிருக்கா. கல்கட்டா அனந்தராமையர்னு எங்களுக்கு தெரியும், எங்கள் அப்பா பேர் கொண்டவர். இவாளுடைய குருநாதர் எங்காத்துக்கு வருவார் அப்பரசாமி கோயில் தெருவுக்கு. என்னுடைய பிரம்மோபதேசத்துக்கு 1965 தியாகராஜ சங்கீத் வித்வத் சமாஜத்துக்கு வந்திருந்தார். எப்போது கல்கட்டாலேருந்து வந்தாலும் அவரை அவரோட ஐடென்டிட்டி எனக்கு ஞாபகம் இருக்குது. வெள்ளை பஞ்சகஜம், வெள்ளை ஜிப்பா, 2 காதுலேயும் கடுக்கன், சிக்கே வச்சுட்டுருப்பார். எப்பொழுதும் எங்கள் தாத்தா சொல்கிற மாதிரி திருக்கால சந்தியாவந்தனம் உண்டு அவருக்கு. அவர் எனக்கு ஆசீர்வாதம் பண்ணியிருக்கார். 2 பரம்பரையும் ஒன்றா இன்றைக்கி சந்திச்சு இருக்கிறதுல நான் ரொம்ப சந்தோஷப்படுறேன். எங்காட்டில் என்னுடைய டாக்டர்-இன்லாம் இவாள்கிட்ட படிக்கிறா, அதையும் ஒரு பாக்கியமாக கருதுகிறேன். கார்த்திகா ஆனந்தகிருஷ்ணன் ஐயர். ஸோ ஒரு சங்கீத வீணா வயலின் சங்கமம் இந்த சதஸில் எனக்கு இந்த சந்தர்ப்பத்தை கொடுத்ததுக்கு எல்லோருக்கும் என்னுடைய நன்றிகளை சொல்லிக்கிறேன். லெட் காட் பிளஸ் எவ்ரி ஒன். தேங்க்யூ.
எல்லாருக்கும் நமஸ்காரம். நான் டெக்னிக்கலாக பேசினான் இருக்கேன். அவர் பரம்பரைலாம் பெரிய விஷயம்லாம் பற்றி பேசினார். ஒரு வீணையை ஒரு தம்பூராவோட சுதி சேர்த்து பர்ஃபெக்டாக டெலிவரி பண்ணுறது ரொம்ப ரொம்ப கஷ்டம். சுதி சேர்க்குறதுங்கிறது வீணையில் ரொம்ப 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 டிஃபிகல்ட்டான சமாச்சாரம். அது 2 வீணையும் ஒரே மாதிரி சுதி சேர்ந்துருக்கிறது நான் ரொம்ப 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 சந்தோஷம். ரொம்ப ரொம்ப டிஃபிகல்ட் அது. நான் ஒரு 40 வருஷமாக அதை பற்றி தெரிஞ்சான்னு சொல்கிறேன். முதல் தந்தி சேர்ந்துட்டு இருக்கும்போது 2வது தந்தி கொஞ்சம் கலையிற மாதிரி இருக்கும். அவள் அவ்வளோ கேர்ஃபுல்லாக மெயின்டைன் பண்ணி ரொம்ப அழகாக வாசியா. பாடாந்திர சுத்தம், அந்த ட்ரெடிஷன், அப்புறம் இன்வால்மெண்ட், ஒருத்தருக்கு அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்டிங், இதெல்லாம் ரொம்ப ரொம்ப அற்புதமாக அவகிட்ட தெரிஞ்சுக்க வேண்டியிருக்கு. ரொம்ப வசதியான சங்கீதம். யாரெல்லாம் கற்றுக்கிறவளோ அவகிட்ட நீங்கள் எல்லாம் ரொம்ப பிளெஸ்ட். காட் பிளெஸ் யூ ஆல். நமஸ்தே.